Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? Queen Chick, congratulations on the first. So we're going to be playing. See if it shows up properly. The Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. 1 second, looks like we're having a little bit of scuff. Let me try something. Nope. Let's see if this fixes it. Hobbs Barrow is a little bit, finicky. There we go. Alright. Excellent. There we go. Alrighty, let's get started. I've never actually played this game myself, but I have seen people play about an hour of it in the past. I think it was a demo before the game actually came out. Alright, no intro cutscene? Alright. Directly into gameplay then. Supposedly this will work with my controller? Excellent. Uh-oh. Somebody's coughing. Wonder why. Oh, got somebody here.
Ah, Miss Bateman.
Oh, it's
Welcome
voice
back
actor.
to Ticehurst House. It's been quite some time. Terrible weather this evening, is it not? Nurse Blaketon has had enough of me smoking inside. Makes her cough, you see.
Yeah,
A bit of
it
rain
would make
won't
me
kill
cough
me,
too.
will it? You mustn't be interested in me nattering on. Give my regards to your father. Nurse Blaketon is preparing his supper. You look pale, Miss Bateman. Do head inside. We'll catch your day.
Oh, sorry. That's not where we were.
Dearest Mother, I hope this letter will reach you. I have spent these past years in torment, trying to piece together what remains of fractured memories. What I am about to recount to you will seem beyond comprehension, but I beg for your patience.
Sheep.
I will endeavour to explain the events that led me to Ticehurst House that night. As far as I can recall, this whole wretched story started with the receipt of a letter from a Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Interesting name. Whoa!
The letter
Why
brought
are
me
we
to the
staring at
isolated
her
village
eyes?
of Bewley, deep in the moors. No station master in sight. I hope the village isn't too far away. I can't recall our exact meeting place. Mr. Shoulder mentioned it in his letter.
Alright, left quick click to walk and interact, right click to examine. Move cursor to top of the screen for inventory and menu. Left click to select, right click to examine, right click to deselect. Double click to teleport to an exit. Okey-dokey. Alright, F5 is quick save, F7 is quick load, and oh, we get interactable hotspot help. Excellent.
If I take the sign, how would the trains know where to stop? Bewley, I have great expectations for this Barrow. I ought to read Mr. Shoulder's letter again. I can't recall the name of our meeting place.
Alright.
The tracks look quite untarnished. I don't think many trains come through here. My mother always told me not to walk on railway tracks.
Fairly
Railway
sound
tracks.
advice.
Hello there. The post looks unattended.
Alright. And then we've got a door.
Hello. A door of fine construction.
Interesting. Okay. So left click to select so we can use things. Alright, so it's not fully voice acted. Dear Miss Bateman, I write this letter in the hope of piquing your curiosity. I read about your expertise in barrows, and if I understand correctly, you are writing a book on them and the treasures they contain. I live in the village of Bewley, where most special barrow can be found on the outskirts. It is rectangular in form and is certainly tall enough to stand up in. The place is steeped in local legend, and there is rumor of secrets to be found deep within. I hope you will not misunderstand me and find this letter intrusive. If you wish to visit Bewley and excavate the barrow, I will be pleased to be your guide. Please send your response to the Plough and Furrow Inn, Bewley. I shall await your letter. Yours respectfully, Mr. Leonard Shoulder. Oh, we have a lady come by. Excellent, we'll get to you in a minute. Dear Miss Bateman, marvelous news. I shall meet you at 8 o'clock in the evening on the 14th of this new month at the Plough and Furrow Inn in Bewley. The inn has fine rooms which you will find adequate for your short stay. When we meet, I shall tell you more of the circumstances surrounding the site, which is referred to locally as Hobbs Barrow. It is not located on my own land, but we will have no issue gaining permission to excavate. I wish you a safe journey.
I must make my way to the Plough and Furrow Inn.
Hello.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for the Plough and Furrow Inn. Do you know where I can find it?
Ah, young lady. Leave the station and follow the dry stone wall for around half a mile. You'll come to Bewley. Go straight ahead and you'll find the market square. The inn is t'other side at square.
Thank you very much. What can you tell me about Bewley?
Well, it used to be a thriving village. Not so much now. I don't spend much time there these days.
Are you local?
Ah, yes, a local I am. But I don't live in the village.
Where are you travelling to today?
That would be none of your business, young lady.
Fair.
Quite. Apologies. I wish you a pleasant journey.
All right.
brings you to Bewley?
I beg your pardon?
What brings you to Bewley, miss?
Alright. Let's, hit a quick save. I've got no reason to hide.
I'm here to visit a local landmark, Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow? Well, I can't say I've heard of it. For what reason?
I wish to excavate it.
Grave robber, are you?
Not at all. I merely have an interest in antiquities.
Not much to be found in Bewley, if you ask me. You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
I'll take my chances.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
No. No, I can't.
That was odd.
Not too odd. Bird. No, bird went bye-bye. Okay.
The old woman told me to go straight ahead to get to the inn. I'll have time to explore tomorrow.
That's fair. Ah, here it is.
The Plough and Furrow. I have a bit of time before Mr. Shoulder arrives. I should inquire about a room.
Hello there. What's the young lady doing out alone in this sodding weather?
I'm heading to the Plough and Furrow.
Bloody good pub, that. It has the finest ales in the whole county. I'll take you there if you like.
I believe we are standing directly in front of it.
Oh, so we are. Listen,
This guy's
Yes.
drunk.
give us a kiss now, won't you?
And an asshole. Ew! Oh my god! The pixel hurts. Oh, I don't know what I want to do here.
Wouldn't your wife disapprove?
My wife? Bloody hell, my wife! My tea'll be on the table at this hour, and if I don't get back, she'll be roaring. Until we meet again.
Woo! Good choice. Excellent.
What a buffoon.
Indeed. Indeed.
I should speak to the innkeeper about a room. A fine exemplar of inebriation. A rather miserable-looking fellow. He's playing a board game by himself. I think it's Three Men's Morris.
Never heard
They
of
are
it.
engaged in an intense discussion. The innkeeper is a serious-looking man.
I am very happy that
Good
this is
afternoon.
voice acted.
Good afternoon, lass. How can I help you?
I am in need of a room for the night.
Aye, we aren't short of those. One night, is it?
I shall need at least 2 nights, maybe more.
Aye, 'tis not a problem. 3 shilling per night. That includes your dinner and tea.
A fair price.
I'll need that payment up front for the 2 nights.
That's fair.
This is payment for the room.
Thank you. Can I ask for your name, lass?
Thomasina Bateman.
And will Mr. Bateman be staying with us tonight?
No, I am not wed. My assistant is arriving in Bewley tomorrow.
Your assistant, you say? Will you be needing another room?
Please.
I'll keep a room spare. It's not quite as nice as yours, I'm afraid.
Not a problem, sir. I'm sure it will be adequate. Kenneth is a man of inexpensive taste.
Here's your key. Just go through the door to the right of the bar, then up the stairs. Room number 2.
Thank you.
Can I help you with your luggage?
No, thank you, sir. I can manage. I should go upstairs and freshen up before Mr. Shoulder arrives.
Alright, 1 second, guys. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's talk to some people.
Good day, sir.
Alright, he doesn't want to talk to me.
Good afternoon, sir.
Note for you here.
I beg your pardon?
I said there's note for you here, lass. Be on your way.
Charming.
Very.
Hello, sir.
We are in the middle of a discussion here.
Sorry to interrupt. They are engaged in an intense discussion. The crackling fireplace is more welcoming than the facial expressions of the locals. A lovely place to warm oneself. A majestic animal cut down in his prime. The poor thing. A pixie-faced peasant boy painted in a naive style.
What does that mean?
A pixie-faced I don't want to take the painting with me. I don't want to take the painting with me. The painting depicts a rocky-edged lake. A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius.
Interesting name.
A colourful work depicting a bashful knight. It is signed N. Hamley. This painting shows a Rubenesque figure brushing her hair. Quite unusual to see such a sensual work in a room like this. A biblical scene of some kind. An angel is depicted looking longingly to the heavens. A dreadful smell is emanating from the WC. This door must lead to the guest rooms.
Alright, can I go in there?
The lavatory.
Fair.
This shall do nicely. Time to change into something more comfortable.
Pants? Pants! Excellent.
Much better. A jug of water for drinking or washing.
Pants are so much better than dresses.
This may come in handy.
Sweet.
I don't wish to carry the bowl around with me. I've hung my dress inside. Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty.
Hi, Calla. How's it going? Calla, as a trans man, I need my pants. I'm so sorry. I can't do dresses. You are welcome to have all of the dresses, and I will take the pants.
I've hung my dress inside. Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty. The wardrobe looks old, perhaps 100 years or more in age. A sturdy-looking thing, useful to many a weary traveller. I've stored my case in there, a box within a box.
Inception.
I don't wish to take it.
Kilts I'll do. It's dresses specifically. I can handle skirts too, but it's something about dresses specifically. Hey, a matchbox.
Ah, complimentary matches. Useful.
Very.
There's
All
only
right. Oh! I cut off her dialogue. Sorry. Okay.
jammed shut. The wood must have warped over the years. A decrepit set of drawers.
Yeah?
A painting
about
of
the
surprising
painting?
quality. It portrays a rocky outcrop overlooking a vast moor. Perhaps a local landmark.
Oh, Kala. Kala, that just reminds me of that one scene in... What is it? Goblet of Fire? With the wizard guy in the dress? I miss the days when Harry Potter wasn't problematic.
A painting of surprise. Perhaps a local landmark. I don't want to take the painting with me. As the only light source in the room, I ought to leave this here. I do feel tired after the trip, but my meeting with Mr. Shoulder must take priority.
J.K. Rowling is a transphobic Nazi. So, unfortunately, all of her stuff is now problematic. It sucks, but alas.
The innkeeper is a serious-looking man.
Miss Bateman, you've transformed.
I feel far more comfortable in my outdoor clothing.
You look like one of those explorers you see in the newspaper.
I guess you could call me an explorer of sorts.
I'm Stanley. Stanley Kemp.
A pleasure to meet you, Stanley.
And tell me, I trust your room is adequate.
Most adequate.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's fair, Kala. And a lot of people can do that. I'm just unfortunately not one of them.
I'm looking for a man named Leonard Shoulder.
Aye, I know the man.
I'm to meet him here tonight.
Can I get you something to drink while you wait?
Not yet, thank you. What can you tell me about Mr. Shoulder?
Aye, he's a quiet fellow. He only comes here to check his post.
Yes, I've been corresponding with him using this address.
Have you now? You found yourself an admirer.
Not quite.
What business do you have with old Leonard, then?
Well, if you must know, I am what some people call a barrow digger.
A what?
A barrow digger.
What in God's name is that?
Are you familiar with tumuli?
Afraid not.
Barrow is another word for tumulus, or tumuli in the plural. A profoundly interesting subject.
You've lost me.
I excavate ancient burial sites looking for relics. A barrow is traditionally a circular mound of raised earth enclosing a burial chamber.
Oh, aye? You're a grave robber.
I am no such thing.
You
Don't worry,
absolutely
lass.
are.
I've met all sorts in here over the
I'm-
years. I
I'm
won't
so
tell
sorry.
anyone.
I assure
But-
you, my goal is more noble than petty grave robbery.
What sort of relics do you find then? Gold? Silver? Bones?
Well, rarely gold or silver, but treasures certainly. Ancient pottery is the most common find.
It
I've
is.
been excavating barrows all over the country. I'm documenting my findings in preparation for my book. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
Oh, aye. Very interesting. But what does old Leonard have to do with this?
He sent me a letter in which he told me about an unusual barrow in Bewley, a site called Hobbs Barrow. I'm meeting him here this evening to find out more.
I've lived here nigh on my whole life, and I've heard nowt about a Hobbs Barrow.
That's worrying. But, Miss Bateman, I'm afraid to inform you that, just because it is old enough to not legally be considered grave robbing anymore, does not mean it is not still technically grave robbing. Just because it is over, like, what is it? 75 years in the US, I'm not sure about other places, you are still digging up people's things. Up to and including their graves. And pulling them out of their resting sites. I know what I'm talking about. I went to school for this. Which is one of the reasons I'm really excited for this game.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Aye, it's a quiet place. People keep to themselves, work hard.
I look forward to exploring the village tomorrow.
There's not a lot to see, lass. But St. Edmund's Church is a fine building, worth a visit.
Are you sure you've never heard of Hobbs Barrow?
Not in my life, lass, but I'll tell you something. The moors stretch further than the eyes can see once you leave this village. There's no doubt many a discovery to be made.
Mr. Shoulder said the Barrow is well known locally, a place of legend.
I'm afraid you're going to have to speak to him about it.
I've got a bad feeling
Why are
about
you
this.
interested in digging around in the dirt, lass? Haven't you better things to do with your time?
I enjoy nothing more than the thrill of discovery, uncovering the past and piecing together our history.
It
I
is
inherited
fun.
this passion from my father.
Oh, a barrow digger too, eh?
Indeed. He would take me with him on excavations as a child.
Does he still come with you now, on your own adventures?
I'm afraid my father's been bedbound by illness for many years.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that, lass.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp. He is well looked after at a private hospital.
How was my day? My day's been pretty good, Kala. I, spent the morning in Quispy's stream, watching her play Stardew and, playing some, Kinseed. And, it's been pretty slow. Just the way I like my weekends. How about you? How's your day been?
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Kemp.
Well, I've been the proprietor of this inn for the last 16 years. I worked as a drover all over the country in my younger days. Saved up my coin and bought this place.
It's a fine inn.
Thank you. I often run short of ale, but my rooms are rarely full. We don't get many outsiders wanting to stay overnight here in Bewley.
Thanks for your time.
As you were.
Alright, just a second. Guy said he was a drover. What is a drover? Ah, a drover is a person who moves animals, like cattle or sheep, from one place to another. Okay, okay. I learned something new today. Very slow as well. You slept a lot to kill your cold. Excellent. We love it when extra rest gets rid of a cold. Ooh, you're studying for an exam. What kind of exam do you have tomorrow? Assuming you want to share, you do not have to tell me. Let's see if this guy's ready to talk now. He is not.
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
You ought to be careful asking too many questions round here. Be on your way.
Oh, I don't mean to...
Listen to me, will you? Be on your way.
I have a feeling this guy is trying to save our life from something. Adolescent development would be fun, but the teacher is... Oh, the teacher is terrible. Oh, I hate when the subject you should be enjoying is ruined just because you've got a bad instructor. So, what are you going for, Kala? I'm sure you've mentioned it somewhere, but it's completely slipped my mind.
I do not need to use the lavatory.
Okay. Let's see. It's an online class, but she's basically having you just read the manual and watch YouTube video. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've had teachers like that before. It's not fun. And you learn, yeah, but it's all under your own power, and
I should wait here for Mr.
you're
Shoulder.
not learning as much as you could if the teacher were actually doing their job. You're doing a bachelor's in psychology, that's right, with a minor in orientation. Now, what does a minor in orientation entail? What is that for? Sorry, you've brought up something I've never actually heard about, and I am extremely intrigued.
I should wait here for Mr. Shoulder.
Okay, let's see. So I've got a matchbox, I've got a handkerchief. I've got the letter, some money, and a room key. So I don't think there's anything I can use right now. Oh! There's a guy in the corner.
Hello, sir.
Right,
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
You're not local. You've come on that bloody train, haven't you? Bewley's going to dogs.
Okay, so basically your plan is to get a master's in orientation. Oh, so like a school counselor or something. That is fascinating. So you're doing something similar to what my sister Rosie's doing. She's going for the end, hoping to offer schools for services and do clinical practice. Okay. That is really cool, Kala. That's really cool. God, I wish my degree were at all useful for me. I did something I enjoyed utterly and then didn't think about if it'd actually get me hired later. Bit me in the butt. I studied anthropology with a focus on modern pop culture.
My name is Thomasina Bateman, and you are...
None of your business, lass. Where's your husband?
None of your business, sir.
Ah! You're brave coming in here, all on your own.
I'm a grown woman.
Yeah, I
Cyril.
loved it too.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cyril.
I had so much fun. Getting my degree. Unfortunately, I'm in an area where there's not a whole lot of demand for that. And I've basically just been in a warehouse ever since I graduated. 'Cause if I wanted to get something with my degree, I'd have to move, but I couldn't afford to move without a job. And then by the time I had enough money to move, it was basically impossible.
Do you know Mr. Shoulder?
That be none of your business, lass. I don't come to your city poking around asking questions, do I? Man just wants to enjoy his ale in peace.
Yeah. I mean, I did pretty well right up until I got laid off, but that's just how things go.
I take it you are not enamored with the railway station.
Bewley's gonna be swarming with outsiders, like you. We don't want you coming here. It's as simple as that, lass.
Why not?
This is our town, our land.
I assure you, I am not here to cause trouble.
We'll
I have
see
a
about
feeling we're
that,
going to
won't we?
cause trouble. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Calla.
What can you
Tell
tell
me about Bewley.
Bewley?
We're a proud community. I've lived here my whole life. Not much here to interest folks like you.
Folks like me.
Aye.
Bye for now.
Ta-ra, lass.
Mr. Shoulder should really be here by now. I'll sit down and wait. Where on earth is he? What a waste of time this is turning out to be.
Right? Oh, scusi. Is this him?
Evening there, miss.
Not you again.
I just wanted to apologise for earlier. I got home, had my tea, but it gave me an aching belly.
How so?
I felt bad for how I spoke to you. I'm sorry. The drink gets a hold of me sometimes.
Let's start again, shall we?
My name is Arthur Tillett.
Thomasina Bateman.
What brings you to Bewley, anyway?
I'm here to meet someone, but he has not arrived.
His loss, if you ask me.
Perhaps you know the gentleman, Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, I know Mr. Shoulder all right. If I may be so bold as to say, he's a bit long in the tooth for you.
The relationship is not what you're implying. I've never met him. In fact, I know very little about him at all.
Get me an ale and I'll tell you all about the old sod.
Cool. Finally. Yeah, I got no problem paying the
One
man
ale,
for
coming right
his
up.
information.
Thank you very much, Miss Bateman. Then I'll tell you all about old Leonard Shoulder.
Alright. Let's go talk
How can I
to...
help you?
Order a
tankard
drink.
of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
There we are.
Do you need your-
2 pence, please.
Thank you.
Oh, he stretch.
This was the last of my money, but Kenneth will be here tomorrow with more funds.
Heck yeah, you will. Sorry, 1 second. Gotta... turn Batman's heaty bed on for him. Alright. There you go, Bat.
Please, Miss Bateman. Then I'll tell you all.
There.
Here you are, Arthur.
Hello,
Thanking you.
Batman. Hello, Batman.
Oh, that hits the spot, that does, lass. Now then.
There you go.
Oh,
Batman.
Leonard Shoulder.
Ow. Ow!
Arthur? Mr. Tillett? Oh, for heaven's sake. The man is in a drunken stupor. Mr. Tillett? He's not dead,
Ow!
just very drunk. I would still like to hear what he has to say about Mr. Shoulder.
1 second, guys. Gotta let the dog out and take a quick comfort break. Alright, we're back.
can't think of anything else to talk
that
about right now.
backfired on me.
I do not need to use the lavatory. After one drink too many, Arthur Tillett has passed out.
I don't think this is where I want to be.
I have nothing else to ask for the time being. I'm not going to waste I don't care for being yelled at. Good day, sir.
Nope.
I don't wish to take it. A decorative plate. This one depicts a bull. A decorative plate depicting an eagle. A decorative plate. This one depicts a dog. A decorative plate depicting a bear. A decorative plate depicting a serpent.
What? Juice. Juice. Thank you. You did not need to do that. Welcome in. Thank you for bringing your people in. Oh. You guys were playing Stardew, weren't you? Did you guys have fun playing Stardew? How was stream? All right. Welcome in, everybody. If you're new here, I am Sif the Noodle Dragon. We are a variety stream channel. Currently, we're playing a mix of cozy games and spooky games. Right now, we're playing the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow, which I've never personally played before. But we're only about an hour in, so you guys haven't missed too much of the story. But before that, I know Juice has been streaming for a while. So, Juice, if you need to raid and fade, go take care of yourself. IRL before URL. That goes for everybody who came in with Juice. But if you are already taken care of, feel free to stick around and chat. It is cool, and I also love point and clicks, Juice. I adore point and clicks, and I am so happy I finally figured out how to get OBS to capture this, because I've been wanting to play this game on stream for like 3 months. Oh, you went an extra 2 hours, Juice. Yeah, no, go get yourself some food, Juice. Go eat. Oh, no, it is a PC game. It's just some games, it won't capture unless you figure out how to put it into a windowed mode. And I couldn't find the setting. It turns out it was a setting you had to set before you actually booted up the whole game from Steam. And it was this whole thing, but we got it figured out and we're playing it and we're having fun. So right now we are this lady, Thomasina Bates. She is a barrow digger, basically a fancy name for grave robbery, and we are in this town to dig up a barrow. And she's trying to find the guy who contacted her about the barrow, but he hasn't
to use the lavatory.
shown up. And this guy who was going to give us information in exchange for a drink, drank the drink, and then passed out. And now I'm trying to figure out what I gotta do to trigger the next bit of plot.
A lovely place to warm oneself.
Oh no, he's
Mr. Tillett?
He's
not dead, just very drunk.
just
I'd
very
still like
drunk.
to hear what he has to say about Mr. Shoulder.
Yeah, he's just very drunk, unfortunately.
I should wait here for Mr. Shoulder.
Okay. So let's see.
I don't want to take the painting with me. It's
But
a
what's it
crudely
about?
painted scene that appears to be of a biblical nature.
Interesting.
I'm not hungry at the moment. The prices are cheap here.
Good for him. All right. So he won't talk to me. The plates don't give me anything. He yells at me. Oh, absolutely, Juice. Go get some food. Thank you again for raiding in. I really appreciate it. All right, let's see if there's something in here I can do. I wonder if I
will light the candle tonight if need be.
Okay, that doesn't do me any
I don't wish
good.
to get that wet.
Oh. Oh, wait. I've got a jug of water. I think I know what we're doing. Hold on one moment. Stand by.
What the hell were that for?
You passed out, Mr. Tillett.
Oh, sorry, lass. Where were I? Leonard Shoulder. Hold on another minute. I'm making for a piss.
This man is unbelievable.
He really is. Why did we fade out? It doesn't take that long
Feels
to
like
go to
an
the
hour has
bathroom.
passed. Perhaps I should go in there and check on him.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Miss Bateman? My apologies. The ladies are closed due to faulty plumbing. You'll have to use the gents.
Lovely.
Oop.
Mr. Tillett? Mr. Tillett? Mr. Tillett, are you in there? Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Kitty.
Well, you're not Mr. Tillett.
No, you are not.
I'd rather not touch it. The thing stinks to high heaven.
Thing?
The mangy thing is fast asleep.
Thing? That is
You
a
look
kitty.
modern. I'm surprised. The jug is empty. The water looks highly questionable. I ought to keep my hands out of it. It looks like the towel has not been washed in months. The
Ew.
mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime. Some excavations are best left to others.
Indeed. Okay. So we got those.
I can't reach the window from down here.
Cool.
There's no fresh water in there. The water is brown, quite ghastly. It looks like the towel is not... The mirror is some
Okay.
excavation. These look modern. I would rather not get any closer. The smell of urine is nauseating.
All right.
The door opens a crack, but appears to be blocked from the other side.
All right. So,
I think I can hear someone moving around. Mr. Tillett? Arthur, are you out there? Judging from the draft coming from below, this door must lead outside. I should investigate further.
maybe now they'll let me leave the building so I can go around back. Let's see. Yes. All right. Okay, maybe I need to go at it from this direction?
Excuse me, sir. lovely white gent's glove. It's certainly unlike anything Mr. Tillett was wearing.
Indeed.
Seems rather out of place here. Peculiar.
All right.
Someone has wedged the door shut. Mr.
The
Tillett.
ass.
Why would he have done that?
And now we have a piece of wood.
Did Mr. Tillett leave, then block the door behind him? Something strange is going on here.
Very strange.
Who was that old chap I saw outside the alley? He headed eastward. Maybe I could catch up with him and ask him if he saw Mr. Tillett.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
I suspect the barrels are empty. Otherwise the locals would be rolling them into their cellars. Sturdy-looking barrels, no doubt used to store ale.
Okay.
The window is well out of reach. A warm glow permeates from within, making me feel somewhat cold and damp.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. You're
tether a
out
horse
here
here if I
without
had
a friggin' umbrella.
The post has been embellished with a fine bronze bust of a horse.
Interesting. Anything else? No.
Sir?
Honey, it is too dark to be wandering around without a light.
The old man has disappeared into the darkness. I'd best turn back to the inn.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
I don't wish to go knocking door to door.
Thank you for not following the strange man into the moors. Last call.
orders.
I should get some sleep. Finding the missing men of Bewley shall have to wait for tomorrow.
Indeed.
Kenneth will be arriving tomorrow at midday. I should get some sleep.
Go to
Yes,
bed.
I
We're
must
tired.
Get some sleep. I shall track down Mr. Shoulder tomorrow.
Miss Bateman,
Yes?
off to bed.
Yes. I'm afraid Mr. Shoulder's let me down.
The rotter. Perhaps he will make himself known tomorrow.
I should hope so. This is turning into a waste of my time.
Ah, don't mind the locals, miss. It's just that we don't get a lot of visitors in Bewley.
Quite.
They mean well, believe me.
Sure, Mr. Kemp.
Please, call me Stanley.
Good night, Stanley.
Sleep well, Miss Bateman.
All right. It just got cold. Time to return under the heaty blanket. Oh, the kitty! Oh, wow. That's creepy. The first day, Adventus. Okay, interesting.
Such horrid dreams.
All right, we have some ads coming in.
Bolted
Once
from
I
the
get the
inside, just as I left it last night.
Once I get the notification they've started, we'll
suspected,
pause so
must
that
have
anybody
dreamt
in
of that
ads
wretched
doesn't
looking
miss
cat.
anything.
I must say I'm relieved. Right then. Let's see if I can track down the elusive Leonard Shoulder. I'm rather anxious to get to this Barrow. I also wonder what happened to Mr. Tillett.
All right, has anything in here changed? Doesn't look like it.
Good morning, Miss Bateman.
Good day, Stanley.
Alrighty. If you're still with me, we're gonna pause while we're in ads. We've got about 3 minutes, so if you can hear me, take this time to stretch, get some water, get some snacks, whatever you need to do. Take some time for a little bit of self-care. And we'll get started again in a couple of minutes. Alrighty, everybody should be back from ads now. Thank you for your patience. We run 3 minutes of those every hour so that people coming in don't have to deal with the pre-rolls. And I apologize if anybody can hear Batman in the background.
I must say, last night has rather put me off using these toilets.
Did you sleep well, Miss Bateman?
Not really. I have the rather queer recollection of a cat entering my room last night.
A cat, you say?
Yes, an odd-looking grey one. I must have been dreaming, as I locked the door and windows before I went to sleep. I saw a similar cat in the lavatories while searching for Mr. Tillett.
Ah, Herbert. Oh, he's a harmless thing. He comes in now and then searching for scraps.
His
Indeed.
name is
Seeing him in the
Herbert.
lavatories must have conjured up the strange dream.
The mind is capable of manifesting frightful things, Miss Bateman. I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside. Crisp. I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving today?
His train will get in around midday. Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
Oh, aye. What does that entail?
Picks, shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
Yeah, I
That
don't see
sounds
what
capital.
alternative
Thank you.
we
You're
have.
most welcome, Miss Bateman. We look after our guests here at the Plough and
Lay
Furrow.
down
I'll
that
let you
hand.
get on with your day.
It's too
I'll be
early
back with
for
my
dinner.
assistant when he arrives.
Good boy.
Miss
There you
Bateman,
go.
Yes?
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were.
Uh-huh.
I've been tossing and turning all night, Miss Bateman. I feel rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well, I have not been honest with you, lass. I do know of Hobbs Barrow.
You do?
I do. Many here do. There are stories tied to that place, you know. If I've learned anything in this life, it's that some stones are best left unturned. Old Leonard Shoulder is someone to be wary of too. I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
Why lie
Tell
to me
me
about
more.
Hobbs Barrow?
I know, lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
But why? What are these stories you speak of?
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder. He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
I must say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling. I've never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason. I've no time to waste on such matters.
As I say, seek out Mr. Shoulder. He can tell you more.
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The man has a certain reputation.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
No.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
Where is Hobbs Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I
The moors
would
are vast,
too.
lass. I'd tend not to go wandering out there. A grown man could lose himself and not be seen again.
Where does
Where
Mr.
does this
Shoulder
guy live?
I can't say for sure. As I think I told you last night, he's a quiet man and keeps to himself. He only comes in here to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
Might someone around Bewley be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewley folk mean well. Don't forget that.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass.
All right. Time to start exploring.
It seems I may be fighting a battle against some sort of local superstition. Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it?
Probably
Hogwash.
not.
All of it. I've a few hours until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
Hey, we got a map. Who's this guy?
Hello. My name is Thomasina, and you are...
Now then, that's none of your concern, love.
What do you do around here?
Hey up, you're not scared of sticking your neb in. I look after the churchyard. Dig the graves.
What can you tell me about the church?
Aye, it's a church.
Quite. Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
I don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
What can
What
you
about
tell me
Hobbs
about
Barrow?
Hobbs Barrow?
Not to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows, then?
Don't concern yourself.
This guy's
What
just
can you tell
shutting
me
us
about
down.
Bewley?
Not much around here, love. Not worth mentioning to you, like.
I see. Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
I'd rather not go into those horrible toilets again.
Yeah, that's fair.
I suspect the barrels are empty. Nobody home.
That's fair.
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
Okay, so we can't go out there just yet. That's fair. Hey, some kids.
Hello,
Yes,
my name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Douglas.
It's
Hello,
a pleasure
Douglas.
to meet you, Douglas. That's a great sword technique you have.
Thanks, miss. Mr. Crozier's gonna make me a real one when I turn 12. I'm preparing myself to fight the lantern worm.
What is
The lantern worm.
It's gonna come back and get us all. John Lantern thought he killed it at the River Ware, but my father told me it still lives. We must all be prepared.
The lantern worm isn't real, Douglas. Father just told you that to get you out of his hair.
Not true. I saw it slithering out by the beck. Like a giant eel it were. I ran home so fast I thought I would fly.
Sorry, miss. My brother has a vivid imagination.
Children often do
As
at
he
his age.
should.
I'll keep training. You will all thank me when I thrust my sword deep into its fat belly.
Douglas, this lady doesn't want to hear your nonsense.
Do you like
It's
living
adorable.
in Bewley?
Yeah, I do. Are you from the city?
I'm from a long way away.
You must have come on the train. I love watching all the steam puff up into the sky.
Have you been on the train yourself?
No, miss. Our parents don't have the money for train tickets. Father says we have all we need here in Bewley.
Perhaps this nice lady would like to take you away with her on the train.
Oh, I need to stay and protect Bewley from the lantern worm.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
That's a funny name.
Have you heard of Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
A local burial mound.
Our parents don't let us wander far from the village.
What's a burial mound?
Don't you mind about that, Douglas.
Who's Mr. Crozier?
He's a blacksmith. His forge is just over there on the other side of the square.
Don't you think 12 years of age is a little young for a real sword?
I'll be a master swordsman by then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
That's adorable. I
day.
like him.
Hello, miss.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Betty.
Nice to meet you, Betty. What are you up to?
My brother is practicing his sword fighting technique. I'm to watch him until he tires himself out.
I'm tireless.
This time last month, it were all about his teaspoon collection.
Ah,
Swords.
the
Do you know a man
hyperfixations.
named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
So you know of it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What?
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Oh my god. Giz! Get 2 raids in one stream! Guys! Oh my god. I'm fairly certain some of you are now in here twice because you came in with juice. Welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know me, I am Sif the Noodle Dragon. I am a variety streamer. I mostly play cozy games and or spooky games. We are currently playing the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. And, yeah, we're having fun with it so far. I know Giz was going for quite some time, so Giz and anybody who came in with him, if you need to raid and fade, please go take care of yourselves. But if you are already ready to go, feel free to stick around, chat, lurk, whatever you like. We're pretty chill here. Sorry, Batman is... that's what you're doing, Batman. Okay. Yes, please, Giz. Go get yourself something to eat. And thank you so much for bringing everybody in. I appreciate that. Bat. Bat, do I need to let you out? Okay. Let's let you outside. 1 second. So, for anybody not familiar with what this game is, this is a point-and-click adventure. We are a... She calls herself a barrow digger, but really the word for it is grave robber, or archaeologist, really the same thing. She is attempting to find and excavate the eponymous Hobbs Barrow, and is having some difficulties because the man who told her about this barrow was supposed to meet her last night and never showed up, and now we are trying to find him.
I don't think anyone's home.
Let's see who came in. Let's see. Okay, so it was Juice, and then... Okay, so we've got first-time chatter Ross, welcome in, and then we've got Brad, and CMY Colors, Mags, Manty, Van, K, Straubs, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. If anybody wants to, how have your days been? Have you guys had good weekends?
The building looks like a ruin.
Done anything interesting? God, there are so many people in here right now. I don't think I've ever had this many people in my stream before.
No one here. I don't think anyone is home.
Okay. Let's see. Anything else we can... Okay, we can look at the cross.
The cross denotes this as the site of a market, or perhaps a site of traditional religious significance. Quite an ornate construction. This was created with pride and care.
Interesting. What else can I look at?
The sign is in a shabby state, but the shop appears to be a cobbler's. Perhaps this belongs to a merchant. This must belong to someone. I should leave it alone. The bucket is rusty and full of holes. The bucket has seen better days.
Okay. Ah, this must be Mr. Crozier.
Yes?
Mr. Crozier, I presume.
Aye, George Crozier, at your service.
That was the game, not Batman.
My name is Thomasina.
Aye, can I help you?
Are you a Bewley native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. That's where my father's forge before mine.
How is business faring?
I do an honest trade. There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools. You let me know if you need out made or mended. I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Appreciated.
Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
Oh, aye. Old Leonard.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not recently.
Do you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
I need to speak with him. He invited me to Bewley.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
But do you know where he lives? I need to find him.
I believe he lives somewhere out on the moors. Can't tell you out more than that.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier. Do you know of a local landmark named Hobbs Barrow?
There's a fair many barrows found out on the moors, lass. Too many to put a name to. Not a soul in Bewley pays them any mind.
What can
It's
you tell me
fair.
about
It's
Bewley?
commonplace
We
for
don't get
them.
many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work for the village blacksmith. Where are you from, then?
I arrived yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
Oh, aye. I've heard about London.
What have you heard?
Plenty of factories there.
Yes, indeed. The city is always changing and moving forward.
Too busy for me, though, lass. I prefer a quiet
Quispy. Hi, Quispy. You've got triple sift tabs. And I bet you I know exactly who you were lurking on. Giz and Juice.
When do market days run in Bewley?
Once or twice a month. The next one is tomorrow.
How delightful.
Unless your vice is cabbages, there'll be nought to interest a young lady.
I don't mind a cabbage.
Then you're in luck.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
How's your night going, Quispy?
I have one just like this. I have one just like this. A fantastic specimen. Alas, it is not mine to take.
I'm doing pretty good. I've finally got this game
day.
picking up in OBS after 3 months of trying,
I
so...
noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, aye. I collect them. This
I
one
can
is
finally
called
play this
Tan.
game.
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, aye.
It really
Well,
is,
I do love a
Quispy. It
fossil.
really
It's
is.
important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Quite. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Yeah, I had to figure out how to get this to load from the start in a windowed mode rather than full
The blacksmith
screen
is right
before
here.
OBS
There's no
would
need to go
register it.
inside.
Okay, let's see. Can I talk to any people in these houses?
Bugger off!
The unmistakable charm of old Cyril.
Ooh, Roller Coaster Tycoon. There is one game I don't think I've ever played.
I don't think anyone is home.
Alright, can I do anything here? Ooh, your first PC video game. I don't think I know what my first PC video game was. I think, but it would probably have
I've no
been one
desire
of
to go
those
rooting about in there.
educational ones like Clue Finders or something. But I know my first handheld was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer... No. The Chamber of Secrets on the Game Boy.
It's locked.
God, I played that game so many times.
Goodness me, look at these box pews. I've never seen any as tall as that before. Most unusual architecture, even for the Normans.
Interesting. Someone's lost their rosary.
Someone has left a necklace hanging here. A silver cross. Sterling by the look of it. Maybe I can reunite it with its owner.
Alright, we're gonna take a quick break because Batman needs to be fed. I will be back in 2 minutes. Alright, we have mollified the Bat. He has been fed. Alright, we're gonna name this Church. There we go. Let's see.
Locked. Locked as well. I think they all might be.
Why would pews need locks?
The pews are contained within compartments that can be locked. I've seen a similar design in other Norman churches around England, but this is a particularly impressive example.
Interesting.
Those
Okay.
have seen better days. The flowers have long since dried out. I don't want them. A memorial list of former vicars. They stretch back several hundred years. A
Interesting.
memorial list of former vicars.
Okay.
They stretch back.
So both options, interact and look, give me the same thing
No
for
time
that.
for such things. This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns.
What?
I've no time for such things. This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns.
Oh my god, what? One more time so I can be absolutely sure I heard that
This
right.
must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow.
I can admire the craftsmanship from afar. Stained
Wow.
glass depictions of various biblical scenes. It's not my specialist area.
That
I can admire the
trippy.
craftsmanship from afar. Extraordinary craftsmanship.
That is not what I was expecting her to say about the fucking altar.
Hello. Good day. Would you like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
I don't think I
kind
have
of
any
cakes do
money,
you have?
but what kind do you
I
have?
some lovely Bakewell puddings. The sweetest marriage of almond and jam. I can tell you're not from around here, because if you were, you would know about my Bakewell puddings. They are quite famous.
Alas, I'm not carrying any money with me.
That's unfortunate, Pet. I'm sorry. I can't give them away for free. The money goes to the church, you see, and one cannot shirk one's duty to the church.
I understand.
Absolutely.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Mrs. de Plancy.
A pleasure to meet you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Likewise, Pet.
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. de Plancy.
About me? What would you possibly want to know about me? I've been attending St. Edmund's Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
I love the voice
Your
acting.
cakes look delicious.
I can assure you they are. You'll not find better in the entire county.
What can you tell me about St. Edmund's Church?
Isn't it the finest building? It's been standing here since the 12th century. The box pews in the nave are very fine and date back to the 17th century. The door is open if you'd like to worship.
Thank you, Mrs. de Plancy.
It's a pretty old
Do you know a
church.
local man called Leonard Shoulder?
Yes, I know Leonard. What business do you have with him?
It's a long story, but I'm trying to find where he lives.
I'm afraid I don't know, dear. Father Roach has access to the parish register. He might be able to help you.
Where do I find him?
What can you tell me about Father Roach?
He is a lovely man and an exemplary servant of the Lord. He's been the vicar of St. Edmund's for many years.
Where can I find Father Roach?
At this time of day, he'll be taking his exercise in Herne Wood, to the west of the village.
Thank you. I'll go find him.
Be sure to listen out for his merry whistling. Such a jolly man.
Okay.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Hobbs what?
Hobbs Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
Thank you
Interesting.
for your time.
Lord be with you.
In memory of Barnaby Tillett. In memory of Percival Roach. In memory of Romeo Hegg, dearly missed by his beloved Juliet.
Okay.
In memory of Henry Crozier.
Must be Mr. Crozier's dad.
In memory of Millicent Smith. In memory of Benjamin Garkham. In memory of Mabel Hurst. In memory of William Ager. In memory of Peter Black. In memory of George Paxton. In memory of Barnaby Tillett.
Okay.
The trusty trowel, the barrow digger's best friend.
Can I take it?
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't
Yes.
mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Heck yeah. Another crow. God damn it. Flew away.
Samuel Bryden. Death is only a shadow across the path to heaven.
I'm so glad this is
Here
voice
lies
acted.
Margaret Tillett, beloved mother, wife, and sister. Today she dances with angels. John Purchase, dearly beloved husband of Florence. Forever in light, Anne Kemp. Joseph Davis. Here lies Elizabeth Farnaby. William Paxton, modest and gentle of heart.
Another Paxton.
This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
Hi, Forky. Thank you for coming in. Sleep well. Thank you for shouting out Forky. Forky deserves it. JT! Welcome in, JT. Oh shit! That got me an achievement! I was just sitting there while I read chat, but it got me an achievement. Sweet. How's your day going, JT?
Better
Fairy
not
ring.
touch them. They could be poisonous.
That's a fairy ring.
The moors stretch into the distance. I don't wish to wander aimlessly.
Yeah, you don't wander out into the English moors unprepared with no idea of where you're going. Ever. It's asking to get lost. Let's see. Oh, there's a plaque here that I didn't see earlier.
A small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage.
So this is probably where the vicar lives. Interesting. I would have thought he'd live in the church, but I guess not. Okay. So I think these are the woods. Yeah, I hear whistle. Ah, here he is. Oh my god! Sir, are you okay? Sir? Sir, are you alright? You're not okay.
Very sorry.
Sir!
Oh, a shame. This malaise will not pass. Oh, the nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Let the blood from my arm.
Excuse me?
Cut me. I beg you.
Sir! No! No! Earlier today, you sent the first chapter of a novel you're working on to a beta forum. So you decided, and you were told it reads like AI? Oh my god, that's so rude. So you ran it through an AI program, and the AI doesn't agree. And wow. Wow, that is asshole behavior right there. Yeah, that person's got no idea what they're talking about. You just ignore them.
Are you sure this is the only way, Father?
I beg you. It's the only cure for this torturous malady.
I don't even have anything that could be used for that.
Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp.
Yes, thank you for shouting out Juice, Quispy.
Are you sure this is the only way, Father?
I beg you. It's the only cure for this torturous malady.
Okay, so we're gonna use...
Perhaps I shouldn't risk soiling this glove until...
Okay.
No, that won't achieve anything.
Hold on.
This handkerchief was a gift from my mother. I hope she will understand. This should work.
Okay. You
sure
asked
you
me
want
to
me
do
to do
this.
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
I shall do as you ask, Father.
I don't feel good about that. But apparently it made him feel better.
Thank the Lord for my spare pair. God bless you. I already feel quite better.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach, vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, I mean, technically it is still a practice, at least with the leeches part of bloodletting. But yeah, that was uncomfortable. Yeah.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry, that's all. I like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see. They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
I don't believe him.
Are you from Bewley originally?
I was born in our very own St. Edmunds. It's quite the story.
Do tell.
My mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged. And lo, did her waters break right there and then in that pew.
One could say that you were born into your role, Father.
Indeed. When my mother told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
Tell me about the
St. Edmunds
church.
is a fine building.
Thank you for saying so. It's hard work keeping her in good shape, but our congregation is always willing to lend a hand in the Lord's name.
Ooh, kielbasa crispy.
What is it like being the vicar here?
What kind of
Every day is
kielbasa?
a blessing, my child. I have a great love for our parish, and the Lord looks after us.
Like, I could leave the pickles, but kielbasa. There are many different kinds of kielbasa, Quispy. You can mix all sorts of stuff into your meat. There's the pink.
What about your congregation?
Numbers have fallen over the years, I must say. But those that remain are faithful and full of his spirit.
Gamma. Hi, Gamma. Quispy, can we get a shout out for Gamma? Thank you. How's your day going, Quispy?
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes. Are you a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewley.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewley on his behalf.
Thank you, Father. Do you know where Mr. Shoulder lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now. A fair hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Capital. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit. I'll be resting here for the time being.
So this is the excavation of Hobbs Barrow. Yeah, Forky. We are Thomasina Bateman, a Barrow digger, otherwise known as a grave robber slash archaeologist, because when you really get into it, they're all the exact same thing. She's come to Bewley to excavate the eponymous Hobbs Barrow, but the guy who invited her here didn't show up to meet her last night, and now she's trying to find him. And I'm allowed to say that archaeology is grave robbing because I went to school for archaeology and I know what I'm talking about.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about it.
Sort of, Forky.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
It's a quiet town. The railway line, which I presume you arrived by, is the only news of note we've had here for years.
I've heard the new station has received a mixed reaction.
I've heard many a debate, it's true. But my role is not to adjudicate on that matter. I'm very busy in my own work, you see.
Ooh, so did your sister, Forky? What did she specialize in?
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Excellent. I feel the fresh air will do me well. Follow me.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Mrs. Duplancy. Mrs. Duplancy, this is Thomasina Bateman, a visitor to our parish.
We've already had the pleasure of meeting, Father.
Excellent. Miss Bateman, don't hesitate to try one of Mrs. Duplancy's wonderful cakes.
Yes, I've heard about her famous Bakewell puddings.
I'll be here all day, young lady. But remember, once they're gone, they're gone. Those little whelps have already gobbled up all the gingerbread.
You are doing God's work, Mrs. Duplancy.
He smiles upon us, Father.
Miss Bateman, if you'd like to follow me.
Ooh, Gamma's trying to nap before the Elden Ring playtest again. Are you going to stream it, Gamma? Or are you just going to play off by yourself?
Epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes, write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors and talk of wills.
Shakespeare?
Quite. Which play?
Richard?
II.
Correct. Ah, well read, Miss Bateman. Studying the work of the bard is one of my favorite pastimes. Follow me.
Brad. Hi, Brad.
Behold, the vast expanse of God's creation. The moors extend as far as the mortal eye can see. Beautiful.
Yeah, I
is it not?
saw you were lurking, Brad. Thank you. The moors are
Indeed,
fucking
the moors are
beautiful.
beautiful.
The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms. How can one take in such a view and not have faith? Some look at these moors and think this a godless land. But I tell you,
Yeah,
he
like
is
Gamma.
found in all domains. The Lord's work is all about us. Tell me, Miss Bateman, do you believe in God?
I was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
He had an accident when I was very young.
Ooh, flashback time.
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain.
Oh, Mama's pregnant. Couple of nurses. We're back at the house.
Remember what I told you, all right? Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. And don't annoy the nurses.
I promise I won't.
Good. Now, let's see your father.
No, do not annoy the health professionals. Uh-oh.
Mommy?
Oh, he dead.
Daddy is sleeping.
I don't think he's sleeping,
Daddy,
sweetie.
wake up.
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one. You must be Thomasina?
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Will he ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all.
Oh, he's
But we
not
will
dead,
do our
he's
utmost
paralyzed.
to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst, ma'am. He will have a nurse by his side at all times. I can assure you.
So we started the game at Ticehurst's house. I thought it was her house, but no, it's the nursing home her dad's
God
in.
would allow this fate to befall such a kind and honest man?
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear this. God moves in mysterious ways, but he loves us all.
You
Come
say
on.
that, but why would he?
Hello? She scampered off in a hurry. Who was that?
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors. I suggest you keep your wits about you when you are exploring, and don't stray
Primitive?
too far from Bewley.
Sir!
How much
That's
farther
rude.
to Mr. Shoulder's house?
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid, but we'll get to him soon enough. Now then, take a look at this.
What are you showing? Oh, it's
Legend
a
has it that this cairn has stood here
cairn.
for over 1,000 years.
How remarkable.
The Devil's Toe.
I beg your pardon?
That's what it's called. The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Why?
Come now, onward.
Oh, come on. Tell
We
me why
walked
it's
and
called
walked across
the
that
Devil's
vast,
Toe.
featureless landscape. All the while, Father Roach was whistling away merrily. Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist. Mr. Shoulder's cottage.
Chickens.
Here we are, Miss Bateman. Unless my memory fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Now, no need to thank me after your
Chimkins.
providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask you.
Yes?
Please don't tell Mrs. Duplancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret. The poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you. You'd better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
Yeah, we honestly better.
Here, chuk chuk chuk.
Don't encourage them.
Oi!
Mr. Shoulder? Is Thomasina Bateman here? I'm here in Bewley as discussed.
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age.
A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon.
Interesting.
It's bolted onto the door itself. I can't remove it.
Why would you want
Father,
to?
what do you make of this?
A peculiar adornment. I've not seen any like this in Bewley, though it does remind me of a passage by the bard himself. It is the very era of the moon. She comes nearer earth than she was wont, and makes men mad.
The Merchant of Venice?
A splendid comedy. But that particular passage is from the great Othello. 1 out of 2, Miss Bateman.
Yeah, I don't know my Shakespeare. I'm sorry.
Mr. Shoulder, are you home?
Yeah, I don't think he's home.
It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home. Curses.
Perhaps you could try the handle.
It's locked.
No sign of life.
None. The window is nice and clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned. No sign of any movement.
Okay.
Mr. Shoulder has stacked blocks of wood neatly beneath this small lean-to.
Very neat and tidy.
I've no desire to lug a block of wood about the countryside.
Fair.
The trousers feel damp. Freshly hung or still wet from last night's rain. That glove looks familiar. I wonder if it matches the glove I found behind the plough and furrow.
I bet you it does.
The gloves are a pair.
Hell yeah.
Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was in the alley last night? Why didn't he come inside to see me?
Dunno.
Perhaps he's gone for a stroll.
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church. Shall I accompany you back to Bewley?
No,
You go on ahead.
Go ahead, Father. Thank you.
As you wish. Farewell, Miss Bateman. I hope Mr. Shoulder finds his way to you.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
My pleasure. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Romeo and Juliet?
Correct. And
Hey.
I shall say good night till it be morrow. Lord be with you.
Well, Mr. Shoulder, you've brought me to Bewley, and now you're nowhere to be found.
That's annoying.
Slightly damp. You're a sweet little thing, aren't you?
Hey! I got an achievement for picking up the hen. That makes me happy.
I've come a long way to meet you, Mr. Shoulder. Please open the door. The window is much... This must provide a charming view across the moor. He looks
Okay.
much too unruly to be picked up. I've no desire...
Okay. Let's see. It doesn't look like there's anything else I can do, so I guess I am going
As I
back.
trudged back to Bewley across those cold moors, I made a new resolution. I would find Hobbs Barrow myself, with or without Mr. Shoulder.
Oh, we have an ad break coming up.
The train! That must be Kenneth. I should go and meet...
Meet him at the station. So once I get the notification that the ads have started, we are going to pause the game until they are over. So feel free to take those 3 minutes to get up, stretch, get some food or some water, take a self-care break. And then we will be back.
Where is Kenneth?
Just after the ads.
He was supposed to wait for me at the station.
Alright.
Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
Sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett. I searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur. I woke up in my bed this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
Alright. Let's see.
About last night. What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Oh,
Who?
ads have started.
Leonard Shoulder.
There we go. That ought to pause things. Ah. All right. See you guys in 2.5 minutes. Alrighty, everybody should be back from the ads now. So let's go ahead and get back into it.
You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink. Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
I don't really know the old bugger.
But you said you did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
Liar.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
I don't remember out.
About last night. You really don't remember where you went last night?
As I say, it's all a blur. I remember needing a piss. Then nothing. Well, you must have missed me when I came out.
I did not. I even went to the gents' toilets to find you.
Oh, aye. A sight for sore eyes.
It was. I checked everywhere, and you were nowhere to be found. The back door leading to the alleyway was blocked from the outside.
Oh, aye?
Yes. You must have exited through that door, Mr. Tillett.
But you just said it were blocked.
There must be an explanation.
There does need to be an explanation, but
My mind has drawn a blank.
Why?
I don't
was
think
the
you're
door
gonna get
blocked?
anything from
Did you
him.
block it?
I told you I don't remember. I've nought to say 'cause I remember nought.
I found Mr. Shoulder's house, but he wasn't home.
Don't worry. You'll find him.
How's your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure
You
to
poor
drink
bastard.
plenty of water, Mr. Tillett.
Aye. I'll survive.
So, you work here?
Aye. Bewley Station Master at your service. Would you like to buy a ticket?
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
fair.
What does a station master do?
A bit of this and a bit of that. I don't wish to bore you with such things.
As you wish.
My responsibilities here keep me on the straight and narrow, I'll tell you that much. A sense of duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
Indeed. This must be a rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
I'm looking for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye.
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train, Miss Bateman.
Impossible.
Oh no, you're playing this. Oh,
What's wrong with Hob Sparrow?
Nothing. I've just seen the ending and it made me uncomfortable. It's not a bad ending, and it's not anything that would necessarily be uncomfortable for you. I just didn't. It's a horror game.
Yes, I am aware. That's why I'm playing it. I like those.
Yes, it's just I've seen the ending. It's an ending. I'll say that.
Everybody say hi to Rosie.
Hello. I have more energy than I should have, and I need to talk to my psychiatrist. Because we have been in a manic episode for 4 fucking days.
Yeah.
Thank you, young Padawan.
Sir. You want to take a seat?
I can't. Batman's there.
So move him.
Thank you. If you keep this up, I'm going to kick you. Okay, I see what you want.
Yeah, he wants you to play with him.
Play with me. Play with me. I am defeated.
You want to hear the game?
No.
Okay.
Brandon,
All right.
not Brandon. Sammy has also.
Yeah.
That's why I have it.
Was that not
No,
the midday train
I bought
from
it.
London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr.
think your
Price
dog
were
is
here,
clinically stupid.
unloaded a few crates.
But
You
no
only just now
Kenneth.
figured that out?
Not a soul.
I knew it was
Hold
stupid.
on.
I just didn't know
One
if
of them
this was
crates
clinically
had your
confirmed.
name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with...
A red ribbon.
Boulay.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses.
Oh, Axel gives you the biggest brown eyes ever.
Excellent.
I need to show you. So Basti has made a comic strip of Axel. and I need to show you how they drop him. They
Where is
made
my
a
crate now?
shirt.
Mr. Price.
Oh my
took away one of the
gosh.
crates on his cart.
Who?
Oh
Mr.
no.
Price, he's the postmaster.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough and furrow. You'll see it. There's a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
Thank you. I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow.
It's why Leonard Shoulder invited me to Bewley. He thought I might like to excavate it.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hobbs Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
What stories?
I can't remember.
Mr. Tillett, please.
Oh my
Does it
god.
encompass his intelligence?
Awfully sorry,
Yes, it
Miss Bennett.
does.
I'll try to
I wish I
remember.
could show you guys
If he
this
invited you here, then I'm
shirt.
sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all
I
about
will
it.
link
That's if I ever get to meet him.
I'm sure you will.
art because they sell it as a t-shirt.
Okay.
And I was like,
You go right ahead and do that.
okay. I'm gonna go play video games and give myself something to hyper focus on so I stop being a hyper little gremlin.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you too. Bye, Rosie.
Farewell for now.
Ta-ra.
Go bed. Lay down and eat. Please and thankos.
Oh, hey. It's the kitty again. Hello, kitty. That was weird. Oh, hello, sir. It's Cyril
Good day to
again.
you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what. Thankfully, no one got off the last train.
Really hate that station, don't you?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewley. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
So you keep saying.
Anyway, no more trains today.
Hi,
It's time to
Moby.
celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with one myself.
You paying?
No.
How's it going, Moby? How's your day
I
been?
found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lass?
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow. Do you know where it is?
Mind your own business, lass.
You really are quite helpful, aren't you?
Bah.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lass.
Good day.
Yes.
Okay,
Thanks for your
that's
time.
nothing
Bye.
new. Nothing new there. She's exhausted
Good
watching
day.
her brother.
Oh, miss.
Okay, nothing
Goodbye.
new
Bye,
there.
Hello.
Nothing new
Goodbye.
there.
Goodbye, miss.
I don't think anyone is home.
Batman. Hold on, gotta let the dog out of the room. The mama is making dinner. Ooh, Moby, you're crocheting. What are you making? Oh no, I missed what Rosie's making. Playing. Ah, well.
I can't remove the plaque.
Why would you want to remove the plaque? Okay. So the postmaster. Said it had a plaque, but
I don't think anyone is home.
and that's the shoes. Oh, I see. We can come through
That must be
here.
the postmaster's storeroom.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Good day. I haven't seen you in Bewley before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Nice to meet you, Henry. Thomasina Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
Ooh, a grocery bag. Very nice.
You seem in a good mood, Mr. Long.
It's just lovely to see a new face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
Originally, a small town on the outskirts of Derby, Mr. Long. Though I currently reside in London.
London? I've never met anyone from London. How very exciting. Have you lived there a long time?
It's been quite a few years now, yes.
I've heard that the air there is so heavy with smoke, it makes it hard to breathe. Is that true?
Some days.
Oh, you must miss the fresh northern air. Well, you've got that in Bewley. No factories out here. Such things are a blight on his creation. I were born in this very home I stand in front of. Bewley is in my blood. Why would I ever want to leave? Especially now I can meet new folk thanks to the railway line.
Oh, this guy actually likes the railway station?
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price, my lovely neighbour. I'm afraid you've just missed him.
Curses.
I saw him wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did Mr. Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away. Did he leave by foot?
No, by horse. He must be a few miles down the road by now.
Curses. When will Mr. Price be back?
He didn't say. Could be
This
tonight,
just keeps getting
could
worse
be a
and
few
worse for her.
days.
How infuriating.
I told him I'd keep watch of his storeroom, and I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman. I shall not budge from this spot.
Do you know a man named Leonard
Wow.
Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now that you mention it. Why do you ask?
That's
It's a
worrying.
long story, but I was to meet him in Bewley. He invited me here.
Well, I must thank him when I see him for inviting such an enchanting young woman.
You flatter me, Mr. Long.
Indeed.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
One of those old burial hills.
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moors since I were a child.
Why is that?
I've got all I need right here in Bewley. And we're all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
Sir,
Your
you're
opinion
coming
of the
on a little
railway station
strong.
differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long. I've not met anyone particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewley. Mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood. I hope that some of you visitors will actually stay here permanently.
Why is that?
So I have new friends to talk to. Some people here don't want any new friends. Cyril Farnaby, the miserable old sod, is the worst offender.
Tell me
I've
about
had
Cyril.
the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will
He
help
is,
you.
Moby. He
just
is.
doesn't understand.
I met him last night in the Plough and Furrow.
Aye, the scene of our many debates. Blimey. I could go for an ale right now, actually.
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
No. Wait. Do you think Mr. Kemp will let me open a tab?
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway. Mr. Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
I don't think I'll be able to be one. Alright, so I've got to get this guy away from the...
There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope tucked behind the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence. I'm going to have to get in there.
Yup. So how do we get this guy away from the door?
Royal Mail, Postmaster's Residence. This must be the local post office. Royal Mail. This must be the...
Okay.
The man is standing right there.
And? Alright, so what if I got on hand right now? I wonder. Maybe this is hers?
Excuse me. I found this necklace inside the church. Is it yours?
No, Pet. Perhaps someone left it behind yesterday. You keep hold of it for now. I'll ask around at the next service.
Are you sure?
I trust you.
Interesting, considering we only just met.
I can admire the craftsmanship from afar. This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns.
God, that's such an off the handle description. I've literally had them read that like 4 times now, and I still can't get over that description of the fucking altar. You heard her right, Moby.
It's locked.
That must be where the vicar sacrifices the newborns. I do not know why that is the description, but it is.
I shall see you later this evening, gents. Well, I say. Greetings, my dear.
Hello, sir.
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
Wait. Some nerve.
Lady,
Wow.
You're blushing.
I most certainly am not.
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
If you say so.
I do. I'm sorry, but it's not safe to walk through here while we're working. By order of Lord Panswick.
Oh no, Moby, this game was made by an English speaking dev. This is not translated. Yeah, excavation of Hobbs Barrow. Is let's see. Wadjet, yeah. The devs are American.
My name is Thomasina Bateman.
Oh, aye? You're not from round here, Thomasina Bateman.
No, just visiting. What is your name, sir?
Horace.
Are you in charge here?
I am indeed.
Tell me, who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? We're chopping down trees.
There is no need to be sarcastic.
We're employed by Lord Panswick. He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods. That's what we're doing.
These are his woods.
Aye, his lordship owns most of the land round Beoley.
Who is Lord Panswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far away. But his lordship doesn't like questions. Or visitors. Now please leave us to our work.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't. Can you let me get back to my work now?
Once I've exhausted all the dialogue options, absolutely.
Why are you gathering logs for Lord Panswick?
By heck, you ask a lot of questions. If you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
How intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick restoring?
An old chapel.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
Do you know where I can find a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Never heard of it.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
I will. Ah! Sorry, clicked out of the game for a second there. Indeed, a new place to sacrifice the babies. Oh, hey!
Good day, little one. What's your name?
Wally took Myrtle.
Pardon?
He took her and ran off. I hate him.
Is Myrtle one of your dolls?
Yes, my favourite. Mummy made her for me. She's so beautiful. Wally is the worst brother in the whole world.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear that. What is your name, little one?
Jane.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Jane. My name is Thomasina. This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss. It's good for drinking and cleaning.
Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much. Today was their bath day.
Why did your brother take Myrtle away?
He's just jealous because Daddy is letting me come with him to the market tomorrow. Wally thinks I'm Daddy's favourite, so he took Myrtle from me. What if he rips her to tatters? What if he feeds her to Mr. Bryden's goat?
Don't worry, Jane. I'm sure he wouldn't do such a thing. Where did your brother go?
I don't know. Home, maybe. But I have to wait here for Myrtle's friends to dry out.
Do you know an old man called Leonard Shoulder?
No, miss.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
I have, yes.
You have?
We aren't supposed to talk about it.
Why not?
Would you like to go there?
Yes, I would very much like to.
I'll tell you where it is if you find Myrtle for me.
You will?
Yes! But don't tell anyone about it or I'll be told off.
That's fair.
I promise.
Please find Myrtle first. I miss her.
I will. Where do you live?
Our home is on the other side of the village, miss. Maybe Wally went back there. Or maybe he's left her out on the moors. Poor Myrtle. I'm going to kick him so hard.
You do that.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Alright, we've got a fossil.
Stay away from that. It's bad luck to touch the Ammon's horn. I'm serious.
Fine.
Okay.
I do enjoy the charm of a babbling beck. The water is icy cold.
Interesting.
The delicate flowers smell rather sweet.
Can I
Sweet
take
little
some?
Flowers. No, that won't work.
Alright. Okay. Can't look at anything there. What's this way? Okay, we're here again. Cool. So let's see. So on the other side of the village makes me think that she lives over... There's her brother.
Hello there. My name's Thomasina.
Yeah?
What's yours?
Wally?
Where's
Jane
Myrtle?
tells me you've taken Myrtle away.
And what if I did?
That's a bit mean, don't you think?
She kicked me! Look at this bruise on my leg!
That does look quite bad. Why did she kick you?
Because she's a little goblin. You don't know what she can be like. Besides, Myrtle is gone now. I've given her to the fair folk. That'll teach her.
Oh, to
Who
the
are the
mushroom
fair
circle,
folk?
have
The
you?
little people of the moors. I gave Myrtle to them.
Little people? You don't mean fairies, do you?
We call them fair folk round here.
Wally, there is no such thing as fairies.
It's two, and I gave him a doll.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Where can I find these fair folk?
Follow the tinkle of their tiny bells. I hear 'em when the wind dies. They dance around their little house.
But where is this little house?
Just listen for the bells, you'll find it. Don't think about bringing that doll back. That'll just bring bad luck for all of us.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
I heard he owns the whole county.
Have you met him?
No, he lives out on the moors somewhere. But everyone does what he tells them to.
Why's that?
Because he has a lot of money.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a
Yeah,
place
that
called
tracks.
Hobbs Barrow?
No.
Goodbye.
Okay. Let's see. Where did I see the mushroom ring? Not here. It was... I think we're going this way. And then this way. There it is.
Better not touch them. They could be... It looks like something has been buried in the middle.
There we go. So we're gonna take the trowel. And we're gonna dig up the doll. Ooh, another flashback.
Thomasina, please stop leaving your toys lying about the place. What happened the last time you left your dolly under the tree?
A fox ate it, madame.
Yes, it did. Fetch it now, won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Yes, madame. Hello, fairies. There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
There's her dad.
Who's that you have there, little bird?
Josephine. She introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those mushrooms over there?
Yes.
That's a gateway to their kingdom. That's where
Indeed.
Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
What do you mean?
Sir!
My dear child, I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between fantasy and reality. Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
But, Daddy...
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. Please always remember that. If you hear anything about fairies or the like again, know that it's hogwash. What is it?
Hogwash. Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
Oh.
This must be Jane's ragdoll. Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of.
Could be. It's an interesting
How strange.
pin in
There's
her.
a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it. At least I shall not return from Bewley empty-handed.
Alright, let's take this over to Jane.
I present
There you
to
go, Jane.
Myrtle.
Myrtle! missed you so much.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek.
Excuse me?
It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children.
Okay, guys, we're gonna take a bit of a break so that I can get some dinner and walk the dog. So go ahead and do some self-care with this time, whatever you need to do. And I will see you guys in about 15 minutes.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody had a good little break.
They aren't mine to take. I can't pry the fossil from the rock with my bare hands.
What about the trowel?
The trowel is too blunt to chip away at the rock.
Boo.
Hey!
Small child, if you go into that hole... Hello again, Moby. Thank you for sticking around through the break.
Jane? Jane, get out of there. Don't make me come in. Fine.
That doesn't look like it's big enough for you.
Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through.
And now we know why we still have the trowel.
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand, uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should do it. Jane! Jane?
Let's use the matchbox with the darkness.
Curses. The useless thing blew out.
I'm going to have to go get the lantern from the blacksmith, aren't I?
Good day to you, Cyril.
How do, lad?
What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewley. Turns the stomach, that does.
Maybe he has a point. You could travel.
Bah! You're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewley lad. We've had the odd Barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now?
Oh, wait. I don't have any money.
Well, I'm not buying you a drink.
Please?
You must think I'm daft.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lass.
You should go see if, the innkeeper will let me open a tab. Use the,
Good day.
Hello, miss.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Not a lot. I know he's in charge around here.
Does he come to the village often?
Not really. He has a manor out on the moors.
Have you ever been there?
Heavens, no. Villagers aren't allowed there.
Why not?
Dunno. It's just the way it is.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Interesting. See if the kid's got new, He does.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
He gave me some sweets once. My friend says that Lord Panswick has special trees at his manor that grow sweets on their branches. Do you think that's true, miss?
I think that's very unlikely.
Me too.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
I'd agree with that assessment.
I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here, And I do trust you. So yes, I'll open an account for you, to be settled at the end of your stay.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
All right.
Goodbye.
So,
See you soon.
let's see if this hairpin...
I probably shouldn't part with this.
Oh, I guess not.
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it? Aye, silver. That'll do.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Can I get you something to drink?
JT, you did not need to do that. Thank you.
Not right now, Mr. Kemp.
As you were.
One second, guys. I gotta let the dog in and take my dish out of my room. Silly puppy thinks there's still food in here. I already ate all the food. JT, you did not need to do that, but thank you so much. Blondie, enjoy the emotes. Alright, so...
I found thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Oops.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
Not quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell
Who
me.
knows? Alright, water bottle refilled.
I've decided to find Hobbs Barrow without Mr. Shoulder's aid.
Are you sure that's a wise idea, lass?
Probably
What other
not.
choice do I have? I have a feeling he is avoiding me. Do you know where I
I mean-
can find the Barrow?
No.
We could go
sorry.
home.
I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Alright. Let's see, what have I got on me right now?
Hello?
Good day.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Alright.
The rocket weren't Stevenson's only design, you know. Before that, there were the Blucher and the Locomotion. But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch. I believe he built that in 1828. In Newcastle, of course. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
JT!
I couldn't even get a word
JT.
in.
He likes a good chinwag, our
Thank
Henry.
you.
He certainly does.
That is never necessary, but always appreciated. Oh, JT. Just for that. Just for that. Take a follow, you bean. Oh, wait, no! Wait, did I read that right? Blondie gifted to JT! What? Oh my god. Guys! Guys, you did not need to do that! Oh my god, you guys. You guys are great. Thank you so much. You did not need to do that. Okay.
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
Yeah, Baby Bagel is a great streamer. If you are not already following Baby Bagel Ham, I highly recommend that you do. Hell, if you're not already following Blondie, you should do that. Blondie is also an excellent
Can I buy you
streamer.
a drink, Cyril?
Now,
Yes.
go on then, lass.
Follow me.
Alright, so is there some way of getting both of these guys?
So then, he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?" And I says, "I don't know." And he says, "Because they
guys
both
are-
lose their bark once they're dead."
Oh god. Oh
Very droll,
god.
Cyril. Well, it's been a pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink. You're not too bad for an outsider.
Okay, how do I get... Oh, he's gonna stick around. So then... What? Oh my god, JT! To Andy! Oh my gosh. Oh, you're gonna make me cry, JT. You did not need to. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Good day.
Oh my gosh.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer,
Oh,
Miss
you're
Bateman.
such a sweet
Let us
bean.
make our way.
Thank you.
To think, if that station hadn't been built, we would never have met.
There we
Blessed
go.
be the Midland Railway.
Idiot!
Yes, we've got them
That
fighting.
station is the worst decision this village has ever made.
Cyril Farnaby, a miserable man. with miserable
Secret
ideas.
Life of a
I will
Nerd.
change your mind, even if it kills me.
If you were in either Gizmo or Juice's chat the last time you looked, that is how you got here. Because Gizmo and Juice both traded into me. Having said that, welcome in. I see you are a first-time chatter. How has your day been? Alright, so I betcha I can use...
Locked, as expected.
Yes.
I need to get
Quispy
inside
rated
without attracting
Giz,
too much
who
attention.
rated into me. So we know how you got here.
The door is still locked.
No, wait. No, Gizmo. No, hold on, no. Quispy rated Juice, who rated me. I am getting all sorts of mixed up because I am flustered from JT being an absolutely amazingly generous little bean. And I'm all over the place.
Kenneth taught me this useful trick. A hairpin is much more than a hair accessory. A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
Okay, guys, we have ads starting in about a minute. Maybe two.
Snapped the hairpin in the process, but I managed to unlock the door.
So as soon as I get the notification that they have started, I'm going to pause the game and then resume once the ads are done. Now we do run 3 minutes of ads just to make sure that anybody new coming in doesn't get stuck in pre-rolls. So if you do get stuck in the ads, feel free to get up, stretch, do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself, and we will see you afterwards. Secret, absolutely feel free to lurk or chat, whatever you need to do. We just appreciate you being here. All right. Miss Bateman, I beg for your forgiveness. A matter of grave urgency has arisen in London, and I cannot join you in Bewley. I've packed your usual equipment, and pray you will find local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch. Okay.
How very frustrating. I wonder what happened. I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back. Moving a fully laden crate through the village square was no easy task.
I don't doubt it.
Somehow, no one was there to witness it.
All right. Ads have started. So I'm going to come off this screen for a bit, and we will come back just as soon as I get the notice that ad is over.
All right, everybody should be coming back from the ad break, so let's move right along.
But I didn't give up.
Secret had
because I
ramen
never
for
give up,
lunch
do I,
today, did you?
I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me.
What kind of ramen did you have, Secret?
Wait. Where is my money? It's not in here. Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man.
Oh dear.
It looks like everything else is in here. Picks, specimen trays, shovels. Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern.
That's how we're
Feels
getting
light.
the
Mustn't be any oil
fossil.
inside. I'll leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here.
Hopefully they will be.
No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient.
Yeah?
Still, I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that Barrow and get on with the excavation.
Okay. So. Let's see.
Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
All right, let's see. Give me just a second. Dropping a lurk on somebody. There we are. We haven't
Hello?
talked to this guy in a while.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Naught to say, except don't be sniffing around his lordship's manor. You'll end up with a round of shot in you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Just mind your own business around here.
What is that emote? That is such a weird emote, JT. I got a bear at bat. I think it's called Batter Up. Let's see. Let's see, where's the one I got? I got this guy. It's adorable, but also odd.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Okay, let's see. I'm so sorry, JT.
He's currently debating the merits of the railway station at the inn.
Alright, let's see. So we've got a lantern. I say we talk to the blacksmith. Yeah.
Good day.
He may be willing to,
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
I don't have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
Thanks for your time.
Aye.
I think I know
Speak
where
to you
that
later.
fossil's going. I think I know where that fossil's going. Okay, so we're gonna go out this way. And then we're gonna go this way. You're getting attached to Senor Frog. Good for you. Alright, so we're gonna use the chisel on the fossil, and then the fossil will get us some lantern oil, I hope.
Splendid. I've managed to extract it in one piece.
Nefarious Lamb! You have a good night as well, and thank you so much for lurking. We appreciate you being here. Who knows, maybe we'll see you again someday.
Good day.
Yes?
What can I try?
Surprise.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar. I'll take it off your hands.
Wonderful.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside.
Yes! I am very happy that we haven't gotten stuck yet so far. Knock on wood.
Mr. Crozier.
Alright. Mr. Crozier got a very good deal there. Alright, so this should get us...
I should feel fumbling in the dark.
Alright, so we've got paraffin in the lantern. Now we've got a lit lantern.
And ready for action.
And now we can go into the hole and get the kiddo.
Let's put this lantern to good use. Jane, come out at once.
Jane? I got a bad feeling about this, kiddo. Oh shit!
Goodness me.
English badger, run away! Those things will kill you!
Jane!
Silly, what are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
You were in there.
No, I weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I was hiding behind that tree over there. I got bored of waiting for you.
So where can I find Hobbs Barrow?
Go north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm. Hobbs Barrow is there. Don't tell any grown-ups I told you. And thanks for getting Myrtle back.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jane. You've been a great help.
Ooh, that was terrifying. You do not want to get on the other side of... on the bad side of a badger, especially an English badger. Because an American badger is one thing. But the British badger, whole different animal entirely. You thought it was a skunk and the only risk was the character stinking something awful? Oh no. Oh no. Badgers will fuck you up. Oh, badgers will fuck you up. Alright, 1 second. My headphones are dying, so I gotta go plug one in. Alright, back. Alright, so she said go north from the church. So I'm assuming north from here?
As I trudged through the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewley thus far. The enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance. The townsfolk of Bewley who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobbs Barrow. The suspicion, the wariness in their eyes. Only now I know it was actually fear. In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate.
Oh boy. That doesn't sound good. How long have we been going for? 3.5 hours? Yeah, I think I can go a little longer. Let's make it an even 4. We'll go for another half hour or so.
What do you want?
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye. What do you want, lass?
I understand Hobbs Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why do you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden. I'm writing a volume on the Barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewley by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door. There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife, and I might be long in tooth, but I can still run this farm without too much help.
Was there a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Aye. My brother dug it up. Must have been, 25 years ago. You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
One second, guys. I think Batman's getting into something he shouldn't.
Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden. That's terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
All is well.
What did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
I don't know. But something went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word, like.
That must have been hard.
He lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass. I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know the thing we dug up. The land has reclaimed it.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
2 others, I believe. Outsiders, perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards. I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see. What can you tell me about your farm?
Samuel's fair to side. We're a fortunate family. The soil is fertile here. Crops grow without too much trouble. All the other farmers round here raise livestock, even Lord Panswick. We grow feed for him.
Most fortunate, Mr. Bryden.
Tell me about your wife.
She's out in fields, lass. Pulling weeds. The curse of such fertile soil. 40 years we've been married. I couldn't do it without her, you see.
How splendid.
Aye. My wife is a fine woman. Are you married, lass?
No. I've had my fair share of proposals, Mr. Bryden, but that's not the life for me.
Marriage is an important institution. You'll find a man one day.
I manage rather well without one, Mr. Bryden. You haven't seen Mr. Shoulder for some time?
I hear about him now and then, but it must be a good few years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit Hobbs Barrow?
Not to my knowledge. I heard he's beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd. I assumed he'd spoken to you about my visit.
Not at all.
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
He keeps us going. Most of our crops go to feed his animals.
What is he like?
Oh, I've hardly laid eyes on him. He sends his workers here to pick up the crops.
I see. You say Mr. Shoulder is at death's door. What exactly ails him?
I'm unsure. It's just what I've heard. I wouldn't want to speculate on matters that are not my business.
Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
No. Have you not been listening, lass? Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
As you
As
wish.
you wish.
Good. You've come to your senses.
Perhaps I can at least see Hobbs Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
You wish to see proof of what, Mr. Bryden?
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry wander around me fields. What proof have you of your claims?
Thanks for your time.
Ta-ra now.
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewley in order to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Leonard making bold promises, I see. Don't make me regret this, but yes, you can have a look at it.
Thank you.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting out do with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
So where can I find it?
Through that gate to your left. Just head straight across the top to the field there. After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow, set on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it.
Alright, let's see.
This is not mine to take. The empty bucket smells of rancid milk.
Anything else I can look at around here? Got a goat.
Easy girl. I'm not fond of goats at the best of times, but this one seems particularly disagreeable.
Yeah. Alright. Well, let's head over to Hobbs Barrow. Actually, out of curiosity, how long is this game supposed to take? Playtime. 7 hours. Four to 7 hours. Alright, we'll see how close it feels like we are in half an hour. And, off to the Barrow. And if it feels like we're getting close, we may push all the way through to the end. It's only 6:30. I got no problem going till, 8:30 or 9.
I probably should have brought my umbrella.
Yeah, probably. AR.
AR. I haven't a clue what that could be referring to.
Yeah, me neither.
Someone has carved the letters AR into the stone. Finally, here it is. Hobbs Barrow. Indeed, a barrow of a most unusual rectangular form. I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes,
oh,
this
West
will make
Kennet.
a fine entry for my book. What secrets do you conceal, I wonder?
Well, you're not gonna find out. Or at least you shouldn't. We're gonna find out.
That smell. Earthy and sweet.
Uh-oh, another flashback.
3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina. Come.
Oh, what's Dad got in store for us this time?
Are you ready for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Capital. Make sure you remember everything I've taught you. I have a feeling you might find something special.
How exciting.
I'll be watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thomasina, a true archaeologist, uses the tools of her trade.
Now I'm ready.
Thomasina.
Aye. Hush. Let's see. What's in here?
No treasures here.
What about this one?
Nothing here. Hello.
Oh, there's another dirt mound. Let's see.
Treasure.
A pot. Quite accurate.
Daddy, I found the treasure. Look.
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation. That urn you're holding is very old and precious. Take good care of it, all right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
Alright, gotta let the dog back in. Lay down. Not in my chair. Lay down in your own bed, please. Alright, let's see.
In good time.
Yeah, you're not gonna convince the guy to let you, dig in this. Oh yes, JT. The excavation of Hobbs Barrow is very much a horror game. Yeah, your instincts are leading you well.
Darkness falls quickly here. I should make my way back to the inn.
Exactly, JT. Okay. I get the feeling this is going to be the end of the first day right now.
Good evening, Mr.
And that
Crozier.
actually strikes me as a pretty good place to end it.
It is truly a beauty.
And then I
most
can
welcome.
pick it up tomorrow. Got
Can you
nowhere
tell
else
me
to
of
be?
Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass. Keeps me busy with work. Why do you ask?
Just curious. How long have you been collecting fossils?
Ever since I were a boy. The moors look a barren place, but there are plenty of fossils to be found in the rock formations. All manner of creatures to uncover.
Such a playground for a young lad. What's your favourite piece in your collection?
The ammonite you gave me today. The most recent is always the best.
Indeed.
What about
Absolutely.
you, lass? Do you collect out?
I do. You see, I'm writing a book on the Barrows of England. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England. I document all my findings.
What do you collect?
Pottery, tools and such.
Bones too, no doubt.
No, I leave those in place.
You've got a morbid heart, lass. Fussing about in old graves like that.
We're not dissimilar in that we both take an interest in the remains of the long gone.
I suppose you have a point there. How's your book coming along, then?
Very well, thank you. Though I'm rather keen to begin my chapter on Hobbs Barrow. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Good evening, gentlemen.
What are you gonna do about him?
If he thinks he can take her away from here, he's got another thing coming. I am gonna knock his bloody block off. In fact, I can think of a better punishment. Oi, what do you want, lady? Piss off.
You heard the man.
Charming.
Very.
Good evening, sir. I'll leave you to it.
I could have sworn he just stabbed
I don't
himself.
wish to wake him up. Hello again, Cyril.
You're still here?
Did Mr. Long convince you of the virtues of Bewley Station?
What the hell do you think? Now bugger off and leave me to me drink.
He seems even more wound up than usual.
Well, of course, he just got done with a bar
I
fight.
must say, last night has rather put me off using these toilets.
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley. I found Hobbs Barrow.
Oh, remember what I said, Miss Bateman?
We do,
stories
Rosie.
connected to that
We've got
place.
so many people
Yes,
in
stories you won't
here.
elaborate on, I might add. Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
I have
No, you
no
can
doubt.
stick around, Rosie.
Please,
We're,
leave that
I think we're
place
going
be.
to,
Come this far, there's no turning
call
back
it.
now.
once,
Precisely what worries
day
me.
2 starts in a few minutes. That is kind of
Goodbye.
a sad
See
fun
you soon.
fact, JT.
Time
Yeah,
for
we're gonna
bed.
go to bed.
Tomorrow I shall convince Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
Miss Bateman. How are you?
Tired.
Gonna buy you a drink?
Fuck it, one won't hurt.
Excellent. I feel bad about what happened last night. I'm sorry I can't remember it.
That's all right, Mr. Tillett. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
I was thinking that maybe if we had another drink tonight, I might remember what happened.
I'm not sure that's logical.
But worth trying?
I don't need any further convincing.
Take your seat, Miss Bateman. I shall return with the goods.
To Leonard Shoulder.
Wherever he may be. I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Why did Leonard Shoulder ask you to dig up Hobbs Barrow?
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillett was to be my ally. I spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter, his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian and barrow digger. He was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
You must find all manner of riches on your digs.
Barrow digging is not all success, Mr. Tillett. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites, steeped in promise, We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow opening paraphernalia you can imagine. Every stone carefully taken down, every shovel full of earth put dutifully through the sieve, and we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more
Definitely
exciting than spending your days
happens
in England's
often.
most remote railway station.
Thank you.
Are you all right, Mr. Tillett?
I've had another argument with Agnes.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight. Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss.
You're kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl
Doggo
left us.
has been
She had a horrible
banished.
wasting away.
Apologies
Day by
for
day.
the
Consumption got her.
barking. Hopefully the mic didn't
Bones
peak.
by the end. I can't get the image out of my mind.
He can be very loud.
She were everything to me.
I'm so sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss Bateman. It's not appropriate.
Don't worry, Mr. Tillett. I appreciate your openness.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor, my mother and I, ever since I were a little one. She'd get a tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected at a favourite lookout spot on the moors. Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye.
That's a beautiful tribute.
Aye.
It is
If you take a
gorgeous.
seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
Of course, Mr. Tillett. I can relate in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak. He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
How dreadful.
He was a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown.
Oh, it's the
He taught me
worst.
so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him, and I visit him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
I've no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was. I am in a state of suspended mourning for a man caught between life and death.
It's the worst part of vegetative states.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time. I think she blamed me for my father's accident somehow.
You were but a child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Well then, I propose a toast.
A toast to what?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur. Now then, enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't. But I did. And another after that. And another.
Damn.
The frustrations of my visit to Bewley slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale. We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and I. I treasure the memory.
Go on then. Let's hear those pipes.
Mustn't.
Sing the song.
You're incorrigible.
Please. You'll make a sad man happy.
Oh, all right then. Clasps, celts, and arrowheads I'll try to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy, I'll vow there ne'er was such.
With popish tricks and relics rare, the priests their flocks do gull. In casting out the earth take care. Huzzah! I've found a skull!
Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable. Are we gonna get another cat nightmare? That's not a cat nightmare. We're back at the Barrow. What we gonna see? What the fuck are you? What the fuck are you?
Hello, Thomasina.
What is this?
Isn't
Who
that
are you?
her dad's
I'm the one
voice?
that saved your father.
What do you mean?
He were here 25 years ago.
My father?
He were deep down with the others. He were there, and something went wrong. I dragged him out.
Impossible.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
I don't understand.
Believe my words. You'll find proof in morning. Now go. One more thing. This is not a dream.
The second day. Expicor. Oof. Ooh. All right.
Goodness, that was a terrible sleep.
Day 1 down. Think we're gonna save it there. And then come back to this in the morning. Alright. Hold on, make sure I've saved. Yep. We have saved. Alright. Thank you guys so much for coming in and sticking around, especially everybody who came in with the raids. Let's see. We gotta do some thank yous. Let's see. We got a follower. I'm not gonna call you out because we appreciate our lurkers. Thank you, JT, for the 1, 2, 3 subs today. Thank you, Blondie, for the sub. And for the hype train. You guys did not need to do that, but I appreciate so much that you did. Moby, you are... If you tune in tomorrow, you will see the rest of this game because I need to finish this game. I absolutely need to finish this game. Gamma, good night. Thank you for sticking around. JT, thank you for sticking around and chilling with us. I think we're going to, let's see, who do I have? Okay, so we've just got Brad that we can raid out to. So we are going to raid out to Still Casual. Here is the follower raid message. And then here is the subscriber raid message. Oh, you don't like that I'm doing that. There we go. There's the subscriber one. So let me go ahead and get this raid started while you guys take the time to copy those raid messages. And thank you guys again so much for coming in and hanging out, for chatting with me. This has been This has been one of the better streams I've had in a while. And most of that is because you guys came in and stuck around and chatted with me. So I appreciate that so much. And with that, let's head on over to Brad. Good night, guys.